Staying in a lovely hotel in Manchester means I get to bring a travel appliance with me. We're looking at a Philips Stewardess, or World Stewardess, travel iron. And you're watching Florence Ballard A3060 on film in Manchester. Yes, you heard that right. Some people might have also known from some of my updates that I'm in Manchester right now. And yes, I am staying in the fancy Mercure Hotel on the 12th floor. Bit rainy today, but nonetheless got a very nice view. Tomorrow we'll be heading out. There's a tram down there, see that? Where's that going? Via Media City UK. We all know what's filmed over there. Coronation Street. Also, I'm not here for anything correlated though. There's no tours or anything. Anyway, I have a collection amongst my normal small domestic appliances of travel irons and travel hair dryers. I never use them at home because they're small, so I don't really have a need to use that. I use my regular sized irons. In this place, I do have a separate iron, and it's actually a Philips, which I was amazed at. Easy Speed Advanced model GC2673. I'll also do a video of that. Also have a hairdryer. Decotel, which is a hotel brand, of course. Hairdryer, I might film that too. But anyway, I bought my own travel iron. I picked this up in British Heart Foundation way back in 2018 before going to Australia. And I did feature them these irons in what I used to do various appliances. However, I thought I need to do individual videos of them because I now have them on display in my room. So it comes in this nifty travel bag. It's a very vintage looking one. Can't remember the year where it was from. That's like the Philips logo, Philips, see? And it's World Stewardess. So I'm going to, so look, February 2018. So I'm going to film this, ironing some clothes for tomorrow, and then I'll also film the Philips one, the other Philips, in the hotel. Without further ado, let's get started. Alright, so you'll have to bear with me because I haven't, of course, got my tripod. So, yeah. So this is the iron here. It comes in this little nifty travel bag. Now, this is what the iron looks like. You might be thinking, how on earth is that transformed into an iron? The handle is folded away here. This is your heat level as well, minimum to max. Here the thermostat clicking as well. You also have on the bottom a nice clean sole plate. This is a dry iron, but also it has got, so it's 250 watt, which doesn't seem much, but it is for the tiny iron like this. HD 1301/B. That might be the date code, maybe week 28, 1993. That's the thing, it's insulated. But look here. You can select between 110 volt and 120 volt for America and other countries that don't have 230 or 240 volt. And this is set to UK. Is that a tamper-proof screw there? Yeah, I've got something to get into that. Now, I have got a sticker on the bottom, but it just tears off when you try to remove it. You might have to use some sticky stuff remover or so. However, I was able to power it up with that on there and it didn't do anything. But it's Greblon. Long life non-stick from Will Burger. Non-stick, and yet that sticks on there. Anyway, going to power this up. Has got a standard, look at this plug. I like this. Nice little cable, that's what BHF always used, those kind of rubber bands. Plug it in there and we get iron. I've got clothing to iron, and I'm going to do a test on a damp towel as well. So, what you do to set this up, flip your handle up, and if you look here, it acts like a tripod. That comes out, and now you've got a handle, and that's how you use it. No steam on this one, so you don't insert any water. And as I say, if you look here, I know it's not the best video, I haven't got my tripod. That's heat setting 1, 2 and 3 all the way to max. So we'll iron my shirt on about 2 and the towel can be done on full. So it just sits like that because it won't fit in the standard holder. So keep that up like that so it doesn't fall and doesn't get put down. Hopefully this doesn't. Now, there's no way to tell if that's on, there's no light. So, how you'll know, you hear a click and I move it to setting 2. Now what I'm going to do is actually rest it on the glass table. It's far firmer than standing on a rickety ironing board, as hotel boards aren't always the best. So, alright, my clothing is here. It's a polo shirt. That's going to smell nice. So really obviously I think with dry irons they tend to work better with damp clothing. So say if you've just got it out of the washing machine or you're hand washing, maybe that's what they're meant for, why they do that. But it has got a bit of a plasticky smell to it because I've pretty much never used it. And it might also be burning off the residue. I did get off that sticker. Well, I'm just checking there's no smoke from it, because if there is, I need to get those and set the smoke alarm off. Don't know if you can see any heat haze from that yet. To the naked eye I can. Oh yes, there's a bit of smoke. Stop heating. Okay. But don't want the smoke alarms all of a sudden go off. I'm just checking it. Anything will just be what I've ironed with. Right, so I'm going to try and do this. Dodgy filming, but hey, here goes. Florence Ballad A3060 on budget. Okay, so we haven't gone bang, because I remember that happened with that that Black & Decker one that I had. I remember during COVID, during the lockdown. So, with polo shirts I tend to be a bit more careful. Not all of them agree with irons being on full heat. But I tell you, I can smell the detergent and conditioner used in this. I can't remember what it was. I know I've used some fragrance boosters though. So travel irons are of course extremely lightweight, so you can end up ironing very fast with them, as you can see, look. But no, just the way you normally go. Smaller area, surface area, so you have to go over things a bit more. Of course, being a dry iron, it doesn't use steam, so things don't always come out smooth. However, it's really only for travel. If you want steam, I have of course got the hotel iron. That's reasonably good, as you can see. That's a reasonable. I like that. There's a little. I don't know if it's meant to be loose, but that's at the end, just to rest your thumb on. You can see there's some creases there. We'll just go over those little stubborn areas. I am of course in the process of making a vlog about Manchester, but as you know, it doesn't get posted here. It gets posted on my vlogging channel, which I do not give away because I'm starting afresh on that. You could add a bit of water, like spray water to this one. I'm not going to throw water directly on it because it might not like that. But you know what, for an iron that doesn't use any steam, and I might be able to put it up a bit higher. Yeah, go on. What could be the what's the harm in putting that up? So like I said, there's nothing to tell me that it's heating apart from the fact I just feel heat off it. I'm looking for any smoke off that. It'll probably burn off a bit more. I managed to get the residue off, but as you can see there is a bit of a slight patch on there. It's only 250 watt, but that's a small air element. So I can actually see a heat haze off that. I don't know if you can by the light. Click tells you your way. So the extra heat might do a bit better with some of the creases. Go over them slightly slower. These are ceramic sole plates, so they will lose their heat fairly quickly, but this one's in very good condition, so it hasn't. It does smell a bit funny though, because these ones I never use, these travel irons, so I thought they're like toy irons to me. So I will be making many more hotel visits, and definitely back to Manchester as well. I love Manchester. I only know Janet from here, but I don't know really anyone else. I know some people who are nearby. You hear that boop boop sound in the background? That is the trams. I think there's one. Yeah, there's one just coming in now. So it's kind of stopped raining. I was going to head out, just walk around, but I thought, nah, not in the rain. Also, the smell though might be this ironing board, because obviously it's an ironing board that's been used by various people. Don't know how often or if they ever replace their ironing boards here. Probably only when something's damaged on it. But at least it was readily available. I've stayed at hotels like Premier Inn, which have not had the iron there as default. You've had to actually go to reception and ask for it. And it always tends to be like an Asda or Sainsbury's own brand iron. I remember the last one, I can't remember what the last brand is what we used. Oh, it was the Sunbeam, wasn't it, I think? Sunbeam, I think. The one that we had, I remember one in Didcot Parkway that we filmed. Sorry about it being shaky. But overall, polo shirts are a little bit harder to get creases out because their material is slightly thicker. But they're very comfortable to wear. I do enjoy wearing them. It's just a waffle and ramble and iron, isn't it? Should we tack the collar there? I will be ironing my evening outfit for tomorrow with the Phillips iron, so I'll do that as well. Right. Right. So here I've got a damp towel, and I'm just going to go over it with the iron. I was scared it was going to go bang at first. So this is what you would also use a dry iron for. That's at full heat. Also, I'm checking to see it's not burning anything. I say damp, it's wet because it was wrung out in the sink. Might see some of the steam coming off that. It's also one way to clean the sole plate as well. Obviously, these irons don't get hot enough to actually physically, they don't evaporate like steaming this towel as though. But it's very satisfying doing this. You can iron dry stuff. I'm not here to fully dry this towel. Yeah, it doesn't get too hot really, but it gets hot enough. As you can see, there is steam coming off that. Bit of fun there. Just thought I'd add that as an extra one in because it's a dry iron. Right, let's go once around the hole outside. Backwards along here, ping! Is that Dorian, is it? Missing me? Oh, there's a lot of water there. That's it, all on the outside. Let's turn it off, so we fold like that. And then we will unplug and just leave it here. Don't let the cable go anywhere near the sole plate. Just make sure that is coiled out nicely, and that's it. And I'll just keep it away anywhere so it won't get damaged. That's it. Oh, there's a lot of steam coming off. I don't know if you can see it. That is steaming away. That's lovely and hot. Plenty to dry though. Oh, hello. What's that I can hear? Please. Anyway, that was just a little bit of a fun play with a travel iron. Philips HD 1301/B 1990s World Stewardess travel iron. Nice little name for it. Dry iron too. I have got a few that are steam irons, travel irons, so maybe I'll bring them on my next one. Every time I go somewhere, we'll take a travel iron and also do a travel hairdryer. I've got some tiny hairdryers that are probably about that big. They're like Barbie hairdryers, but they do good. Thank you very much for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed that as much as I did. Probably not the most interesting, but in Manchester and places like this, we are limited because our hotel does not have a self-service laundry to it, and I don't really know anywhere that's got any laundry here. I mean, if I did, I'd take some of the hotel towels and wash it there, and then I'd maybe just, yeah, see what we can do. Alright, thank you very much for watching, guys, and don't forget to keep it supreme and go with the flow.